Why is Mike McDaniel such a hot coaching candidate?
And that's the question. And, if you've seen him, if you've heard him, it's an even better question because he doesn't look like a football coach. He certainly doesn't look like a head coach. And he has a tough time expressing himself. He stutters a little bit. But that being said, there's a reason why he's so hot. When you get past his presentation, the substance of what he's saying is, he's brilliant. You can tell. He went to Yale, and it's not just that he went to Yale. He's the architect of the 49ers run game, even more so than Kyle Shanahan, I believe. He's been with Kyle every step of the way, minus a couple of years, but he's really been, like, if Kyle's Captain Kirk, then McDaniel Spock. This is the genius. And the fact that he's so squirrely in his presentation has sort of probably been the reason that Kyle's been able to hold on to him. But if you look at the Niners, why they're a contender right now, it's because of Mike McDaniel's run game and their defense. But their run game is like, it's not just the blocking or the runners, it's the scheme. It's the fact that the Niners seem to do everything. They got zone blocking, they got gap blocking, they have stuff from the gun under center. They do everything, and they do it really well. And it seems like all the wrinkles that you see in the run game around the league, a lot of them originate from the 49ers. They're just little small things they do first. So that's why I guess teams are going to have to decide, do we need a leader? Do we want a CEO type coach whose main gift is relaying a message to players, or do we want the smartest guy in the room? Sometimes the smartest guy in the room isn't the best head coach. Like, I'm not sure John Madden was the smartest guy in the room, but I'm not betting against this guy. If the Niners were to lose him, I'd be very interested to see what their offense and run game would look like next year.
Next question, is he ready to be a head coach?
Probably not. He doesn't even call plays for the 49ers. He's the offensive coordinator in the sense that they wanted to keep him and give him a promotion, but as the offensive coordinator, he calls the plays. Really, what this guy does is he's a scheme guy. He's an architect of scheme, and that's very, very important. But it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be a good head coach. Doesn't necessarily mean you interact well with players. I could see a lot of players who don't know him once he's away from Kyle Shanahan, looking at him being in the first team meeting and saying, "You got to be kidding me! You got to be kidding! This is not our head coach. I've never seen anything like this." I don't know. Not sure.
Interesting. Then the other question I would have is, especially with a coach that young, and it relates to his ability to assemble a staff. I know he's been around a lot of great coaches, but is he somebody who can come to Miami and put together a really impressive staff?
Frankly, no. If you're bringing him in, you're bringing him in for his scheme, and that's it. So, Frank, what I would suggest to the Dolphins, if they want that, hire DeMeco Ryans. DeMeco Ryans is the defensive coordinator. He is a lot like Mike Vrabel. Played the game. He has the respect of the players. He did it at a high level like Vrabel, and he worked his way up. Unlike Mike Singletary, he was a quality control coach. He was a position coach, a coordinator, been successful every step of the way. And I do think he has that natural leadership alpha male thing that you want from a head coach. And I think DeMeco could bring McDaniel with him and say, "Look, McDaniel, here you can call plays. You don't have to be in Kyle Shanahan's shadow. It's a promotion, it's a raise, and it puts you one step closer to becoming a head coach yourself." So that's, if they want McDaniel, that's a way to do it.
Okay, last one. Scale of 1 to 10. What would be your level of surprise if either the Dolphins or another team around the NFL hire Mike McDaniel as a head coach this offseason?
8. I think the fact that he's getting buzz now means that it could happen for him in a year or two. But I don't think so. For all the reasons we just said, it's not just the presentation, but it's partially that, but it's his lack of experience. He doesn't even call plays. And it seems like that has hurt Eric Bieniemy. Eric Bieniemy's been on the cusp in Kansas City for years, but everyone goes back to, well, is it you or is it Andy Reid? And that's a fair question. I think people are starting to realize that, at least with the run game, it's very much McDaniel. And I don't see another team in the league that has anything like this. Like, there are a lot of teams that want to run the ball, but can't consistently, like the Niners, because they don't have this scheme. So if you look at it as being that valuable, he could be on the fast track. Maybe not this year, but maybe in 2 years.